everyone, welcome back to Simply Legal. Wow, recently I just placed a video about General Kale Kaihura, and here again back talking about the latest on Ugandan News Daily. On Simply Legal, we like to simplify the law for you creatively, and this also includes current events. So let's begin. Now, it just came to my attention on a Friday evening like this that former LRA rebel, who is Ongwen Dominic, many of you may not know what LRA means, which is the Lord Resistance Army. So, Lord Resistance Army was headed by one Joseph Kony, and one of his commanders who he picked from childhood until adulthood is called Dominic Ongwen. Now, Dominic Ongwen was a very instrumental person in the LRA's rebel group happenings, and also their torture mechanisms and all of their war crimes against humanity. The ICC, which is the International Criminal Court, or as we like to call it, the ICC, which is the International Criminal Court of Justice, last year found Mr. Ongwen Dominic guilty on 61 crimes against humanity. Now, many of you may be asking, who is Joseph Dominic in the first place? I've already explained to you that he was a war leader. He was one of the leading war generals in Mr. Joseph Konyi's government, or in Mr. Joseph Konyi's rebel group, which is the Lord Resistance Army. Now, the ICC, which is the International Criminal Court, received all of these apprehended generals in the LRA rebel group, and they were given in 2005 to the ICC. The ICC is once again the International Criminal Court, and it is held in The Hague. The Hague is in Geneva. So therefore, you may be asking, how is this relevant in Uganda today? Anyone or any citizen who has committed any crime in Uganda, and that person committed crimes against humanity, usually is forwarded in the international court system. Now, the presiding court is the ICC, which is the International Court of Justice. So therefore, last year they found Dominic Ongwen guilty of 61 crimes. Now, what laws were they moving under? Under the United Nations Convention on Human Rights, we have Article 3, Article 4, Article 5, and Article 9. All of these move in accordance with what Joseph Kony did, and also Ongwen Dominic. Now, Ongwen Dominic, first of all, raided many camps in northern Uganda. First of all, the LRA rebel group caused havoc for over 20 years in Uganda, and therefore northern Uganda became a barren wasteland. Now, once Ongwen Dominic was apprehended by the Ugandan government, they were then given to the ICC. The 61 crimes that were charged on Dominic Ongwen include slavery, include forced rape, include also forced marriages, include forced pregnancies. Now, under the United Nations Convention, let me first explain to you. International law is the overhead presiding law in Uganda, and it takes precedent, meaning it takes superiority over national laws in any country. That is why war criminals, Adolf Hitler was supposed to be charged under the ICC. Idi Amin Dada, we have Jane Bokassa of Chad. All of any war leader or any person who has committed grievous war crimes is then given to the ICC. So therefore, the United Nations Convention on Human Rights gives different articles which protect fundamental human rights all over the world. So therefore, Ongwen Dominic is charged for forced labor, and under Article 3 of the United Nations Convention on Human Rights, it stated that no person should be put under forced slavery. Therefore, he is accountable on that charge. Then also, forced marriages, forced rape. Basically, also under Article 5, we have that no one is supposed to be subjected to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment. In Uganda, we also have that under the Constitution, but it originated from the United Nations Convention on Human Rights. So therefore, the ICC found Joseph Ongwen guilty on 61 counts of crimes, and they basically did this. Now, how is today's video relevant? Joseph Ongwen, with his lawyers, appealed to the ICC, which is they appealed to the International Criminal Court, and they said that, look, you have sentenced our client to 25 years imprisonment. So they saw 25 years imprisonment under the ICC jail and prison. Joseph Ongwen is being held there. They said that 25 years is too much of a time for him to be held there. So they appealed on grounds of he's insane, and then he was a child rebel at the time, so he grew into the rebelship, or he grew into Mr. Joseph Konyi's LRA group. So they were basically stating that he was forced to do this, or he was gotten as a child rebel and then later grew into this role of being a general in Joseph Konyi's rebel group. But the International Court really did not see this as a ground of appeal. I did a video on appeal, so I'll leave the link in the description. You'll find out everything I did about an appeal there. Therefore, whenever a person wants to do an appeal, let me explain what an appeal is. An appeal is basically you are challenging a decision of a certain court and you're taking it to a higher court. Unfortunately, the International Criminal Court of Justice is the highest court in international law. So therefore, no one can go any higher than the ICC. So if the ICC has sentenced Dominic Ongwen to 25 years last year, so his appeal came this year, they have a right to either accept his appeal and let him out on bail, or to put him back and throw away his appeal. So therefore, the International Court threw away his appeal and they're against kahuma like this. So I just wanted to bring you the latest on legal news. Personally, I would like to, on this channel, I would like to give my own legal opinion on these current events. So as you get into Terry's courtroom, I would like to say that yes, I agree with the decision of the International Criminal Court to dismiss Dominic's appeal. So I agree with them. I don't think crimes against humanity should be left unchecked. I think everyone should be answerable for their crimes, and other leaders all over the world should be able to know that anytime you commit an horrendous crime or crimes against humanity, you're going to be accountable in the ICC and you will therefore be detained. So thanks so much for listening to me, everyone. If you still want to get my video on appeals, I'm going to leave the link in the description below and you'll be able to follow what an appeal is and what grounds of appeal are. So thanks so much for listening to me, everyone. Personally, I hope Dominic Ongwen remains in jail, because the Lord's Resistance Army, which is the LRA, led by Joseph Kony, destroyed northern Uganda so much that even up to now they're still recovering. My heart goes out to northern Uganda. So if justice is served, and justice is seen to be served under the principles of natural justice, let it be done. So thanks so much for listening to everyone. I remain yours truly, Terry Kahuma, and I'll see you next time. Bye.